What's going on, everybody? We are back once again playing on the level 20 Gnome Warlock. If you are new to the channel, welcome. Very glad you are here. We are playing World of Warcraft Classic Hardcore on the Bloodsail Buccaneers Classic Era server, if you want to join us. I'm just going to jump right into it. In the last episode, we were really just focusing on trying to catch up on our professions a bit. Can we get Earthroot yet? Nope, not yet. Silverleaf, we can get that. So, yeah, I think we're gonna keep focusing on professions for now. My goal is, towards the end of this episode, be heading back to Redridge. I may change my mind, and we may go back a little early. I do want to see, though, if we can get any Murloc fins from these guys. Probably... I mean, Questy says we can, but we killed several in the last episode, and I haven't seen any yet. These aren't going to give us any experience, but they're just... Gosh, they're so easy to kill. But, you know, Questy could be wrong, I guess. Just because they're Murlocs doesn't necessarily mean they're gonna drop it. It could just be a bug or bad information from Questy. We'll try a few more and just see. But yeah, hopefully everybody is having a good day. Good morning or afternoon or evening. Beyond Tilted, the Druid has died at level 8 in Teldrassil. Still no Murloc fin. Okay, alright, we're gonna move on from the Murlocs. I'm just gonna chalk it up to, like I said, either Questy's just wrong or it's bad luck. It's one of the two. So let's get back to gathering some herbs. And let's take a look and see. Alright, our tailoring, you know, it's probably about where it should be. You know, we haven't gone out of our way to grind for cloth. So I feel like 62, you know, getting close to the next tier or rank or whatever you want to call it, the next level of tailoring. You know, I feel like we're doing pretty good there. Cooking, again, it's one of those things where it probably should be a little higher, to be honest. We do need to be closer to that 75 skill level. So we did get started kind of late on cooking, though. But I think considering that fact, I think we're doing okay, but it does need to be higher. Now let me check my herbalism. Herbalism is only 15. Yeah, we really need that to be higher. I have mentioned this. We can get this Earthroot. Nice. I've mentioned this a few times before, but I have recently been playing a lot of a game called No Man's Sky. Like this space exploration, base building. It's kind of like Minecraft in space a little bit, with probably a bigger focus on exploration. There's a lot of crafting stuff though, so yeah, I feel like Space Minecraft isn't entirely inaccurate. But anyway, I've been playing that a lot recently. Been having a blast. I haven't, it's been several years since I've played it, and they've released a ton of updates. So it's been cool checking that out. And really looking forward to Diablo. Diablo 4 is coming out very, very soon, just a few weeks now. I think it is June 6th it comes out, so it's right around the corner. That's gonna be cool. I'd be interested in finding out, are you guys planning on playing Diablo? Are you playing WoW right now? If not, what are you playing? I still have yet to check out 10.1 in retail. It's the newest patch for Dragonflight. I need to check that out, at least do the new raid on normal. If it's good, I might clear it on heroic. Really just depends. Raid tiers are so hit and miss for me. Like, for example, in BFA, which is Battle for Azeroth, if you did not know, it's 2 expansions, or I guess 2 or 3 expansions ago, depending on how you're counting it. Yeah, Battle for Azeroth had the first raid tier. I thought it was okay, but I actually didn't even clear it all the way. I think I did up to the second to last boss. That one was called Old Ear. That one was fine. It just didn't really grab me. BFA had the Eternal Palace, which again, it was okay. It wasn't my favorite. I really am not a huge fan of the underwater stuff. Underwater content, or like, not necessarily underwater, but like water themed, Naga themed things. I don't know. It just doesn't. It's not my favorite. There was also the Battle for Dazara lore. I thought that one was okay. It wasn't the best, but I say all that to say, it is not unheard of for me to sit out certain raid tiers if the raid doesn't grab me. Now I'll still be doing like PvP and that kind of thing. I love doing arenas. I love rated battlegrounds. I get a lot of enjoyment out of both of those. But yeah, I did I cleared, oh gosh, I can't even remember what it's called. What's the raid in, the first raid in Dragonflight? It'll come to me. But the one with Razageth at the end. Razageth is a pretty good end boss fight, I thought. Pretty creative. I enjoyed that raid. So I'm looking forward to seeing the new one. We'll see how it goes. Oh, but back to BFA. So I didn't really raid a ton in BFA. And then Nyalotha came out. And Nyalotha, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. For years I would say that Icecrown Citadel was the best raid ever made. It's gonna be nice seeing it with fresh eyes, playing it as current content in Wrath Classic. I think we're going to come out of this, or I'm going to come out of Wrath Classic saying, ICC is good, just like Ulduar. Ulduar's a great raid. It's fine. It certainly has its flaws. But to me, Ulduar is really when raiding started to get difficult. I don't even think that's just a me thing. I think you could say that's an objective fact. Let me circle back around up here to see if there's any Peace Bloom. I think I'm going to come out of Wrath Classic being able to say that Nyaloth is the best raid that has ever existed in World of Warcraft, which is such a shame because Battle for Azeroth does not have a good reputation for a myriad of reasons, and they're not unfounded reasons or like, you know, unreasonable reasons. And to a large part, I agree. BFA had a lot of bad things about it. For example, the Heart of Azeroth, which was a neck piece, a necklace that you... How do I put this in terms? If you didn't play it, I don't want to get too bogged down with this, but basically, it's just an endless power grind. So you have to constantly grind and grind and grind to get this. It wasn't even a legendary, I don't think, but it was just like it was a necklace that had made you more powerful the higher level item level it was. Azerite gear, which it was basically, again, without getting bogged down, super simple explanations. Azerite gear was gear with essentially a talent tree connected to it. It was a very basic talent tree. There was like 3 or 4 different nodes that you could select. You could select different traits or different like power-ups. Cool idea, but any time that things like that are mandatory to progress or be viable in the game, I'm not really a huge fan of. I'm a much bigger proponent of just like let good gear be good gear and let people work toward that instead of constantly having to like stay on top of these endless power grinds. A lot of people didn't like Horrific Visions in Battle for Azeroth, which was basically an instanced version of either Orgrimmar or Stormwind. And it was a sort of challenge mode where you would run in and there's a timer and you had to clear each like wing. They were broken down into, I don't know how many wings there were, maybe 3 to 5. I can't really remember, but there were several wings of each of those instances where you had to clear it, and you had like a limited amount of times you could die. There was like a madness like not counter, but like you would go insane over time. I don't know. I thought Horrific Visions were pretty fun. With Horrific Visions, you also got these things called corruptions, which you could apply to your gear. It was like a consumable enchantment that you could apply to your gear. And it was really fun, I thought, because, you know, depending on your class and spec and whatnot, you could focus on stacking different corruptions or stacking the same corruption to come up with some really wild gameplay where it's like at the end of 8.3, like what you could do with those corruptions was just insane. Like you were unbelievably powerful, and it worked in PvE and PvP. So like arenas with people with their full, you know, corruptions was awesome. I remember, if you played BFA, then I'm sure you remember, especially in arenas, seeing demon hunters with the Twilight Devastation corruption stack. Yeah. I don't know. I thought BFA, especially 8.3, was actually pretty good. I'm gonna say it. Definitely had its flaws. It's not my favorite expansion, but good God, that raid, that end raid, Nyaloth, the Waking City. Just an incredible raid. And I played Warlock a bit during Nyalotha. Destruction. Giant Chaos Bolts. But I mained Discipline Priest. And Discipline was so much fun. Yeah, I had a blast with Nyalotha. I hope that Blizzard can somehow come up with a way to make raids more evergreen. They kind of have with time walking, but I would like to see that fleshed out a bit more. It still feels off. It doesn't really feel like it's current content. So like if I go run Black Temple, it doesn't really feel like it's current content. You can just slam through it. And you are limited to the rotation, the time walking rotation. I don't know if it's monthly, it's a different time walking era or something like that. Like one rotation, it will be the Burning Crusade, and then the next it will be Wrath of the Lich King content. And you can do time walking dungeons, and you can do time walking raids. I think they should make every raid available with time walking. And it should not be on a rotation. It should be accessible anytime you want. And they should still leave the old version as well if you only care about running raids for, like transmog or mounts. So like I wouldn't want to take away people's ability to run Icecrown Citadel, for example, for the Invincible mount. People should still have the ability to do that. Or run Tempest Keep for Ashes of Alar. But you should also have the ability to run it as current content. That Blizzard needs to figure out the scaling. I would love, I say all that to say, I would love to go run these older raids. I would really, really enjoy that. Being able to go run Nyalotha when it was current content. The Nighthold from Legion was a great raid, I thought. Tomb of Sargeras, great raid. Antorus, the Burning Throne, great raid. Legion was just a great expansion. But it's one of those things where it also had its flaws. One of the major ones being that was the introduction of the endless power grind with artifact power, where you would constantly, like, there was no real end to the grind. You know, like I enjoy a good grind, don't get me wrong, when there is an end in sight where I know that, okay, this is the end point, this is where I'm going to be the most powerful, or this is where I get the really cool item, or whatever. I like the grind. I play MMOs. I like the grind. I don't like an endless, arbitrary treadmill. I hate that. And, you know, Legion gets a lot of praise, and deservedly so. It is not without its flaws. One really good thing, though, about Legion, I thought it was fantastic, the Mage Tower. If you didn't play Legion, the Mage Tower was, it's almost like what I was saying about the Horrific Visions, although it was a smaller scale. It was really just you run into the Mage Tower, and there were class-specific, it may actually be spec-specific. Was it spec or class? I think it was spec-specific. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was spec-specific. It was this challenge mode type thing where you would run in and there would be a boss and you would have to defeat that boss. I don't think you could bring anybody in with you. I think this was a purely solo thing. Maybe I'm wrong. Horrific Visions, you could have a team of 5 people with you. You could do it solo, you could do it duo, whatever. You could have up to 5 people with you. Mage Tower, I could you bring people with you? I know I did mine solo on my Warlock specifically. I got the red, this like red, like demon, serpent, kind of weird looking scythe as my artifact weapon, and that thing looks awesome. I still use that to this day, and I've also got the purple one of that. I like both of those a lot, depending on my spec. I'll change it up. Yeah, I really liked the Mage Tower. And again, Legion had some great raids. Legion PvP, I don't really remember how it was. It's been years now, but that's probably a good thing that I don't necessarily remember it. I would have been playing predominantly Warlock in Legion. So, from what I recall, Legion was in a pretty good place, PvP wise, and I think that might be before they did the overhaul with like Unstable Affliction. I could be wrong about that, but I think I was playing Affliction in Legion. Good expansion. It was fine. I can't really remember why I got onto this rant about expansions, but yeah, here we are. What else am I going to do while I look for different herbs? Alright, we're competing with this individual, Slurpee. For herbs. Did that just say somebody died at level 4? Level 10 orc in Northshire griefing. Uh-oh. Should we go check it out? Is that the person that died? You know what? Let's go check it out. Let's be nosy. We're not far from Northshire. So let's take a look. Also, it is water time. It's important to stay hydrated. But yeah, speaking of expansions, you know, I'm really not sure what Blizzard is planning for Castania, the mage, has died at level 21 in Eastern Kingdoms. Rest in peace. That's a weird... why Eastern Kingdoms? Why doesn't it... Something weird happened there, I feel like. To a Defias Digger. Her last words were, "I'd rather just get this finished, honestly, LOL." RIP. Alright, let's see, where is this orc at? Where is the orc? Oh, there he is. I wonder if we should... Now, how does this work? Am I just permanently tagged for PvP. Yeah, that's so lame. And see, it doesn't even matter if we kill this guy because he's just gonna respawn. Like he's just gonna keep doing this. Oh boy. Yeah, dude, why? Go away, man. That's so lame. This wouldn't be an issue on a hardcore server. I could murk this guy right now and he wouldn't be an issue. But with this being on Bloodsail Buccaneers Classic Era realms, you know, he can just respawn. That's so lame. Well, I guess we'll get back to it, but I kind of want to see. I kind of want to see if somebody does it though. Let's see. I'll move on in just a second. I just want to see what happens. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, level 13. They're fine. Oh no. Yeah, they're good, but that's that's hilarious. I thought it was gonna be like a level 1. Nice. Nice, dude. Nice. All right. Well, that was entertaining at least. All right. Anyway, so now that we got that out of our system, yeah, I keep thinking about it. I'm not sure what I think Blizzard is going to do. They have announced BlizzCon for this year, I believe in November. And I think we're going to find out, I think we're going to have a better idea of what Classic is going to look like going forward. I'm torn down the middle. I think that I wouldn't be surprised if they end up going on to Cataclysm. So they finish up Wrath and then go on to Cata. If they do that, to me, that is... I don't want to sound too hyperbolic, but I feel like that is the death of that iteration of Classic. That is to say, I think a lot of the player base that has leveled characters from Classic in 2019 through the Burning Crusade, through Wrath of the Lich King, they've done all of the content and everything. You know, I didn't know we could do this, actually. I didn't know you could hop down from here. Interesting. I would love to do just like a exploration character. Probably not on a hardcore character, but just, you know, just run around, explore. Anyway. You know, I don't mean that to sound hyperbolic, and I also don't mean that that would be the end of Classic WoW, period. I'm just saying, I think that iteration of Classic would pretty much be over at that point. I think the majority of players would then be in the camp of wanting Classic Plus, which leads me to what I think they will probably announce. Hopefully, I'm not just high on copium right now, but I have a feeling Blizzard will probably announce Classic Plus. They're not going to call it Classic Plus, obviously. I think it will be... I think it will probably be sold as a sort of... Gosh, I'm not sure how to put it. And I don't even know if they'll make new expansions for Classic WoW, or if they will just add smaller things to the game over time. I hope that it is mostly community-based, similar to how old school RuneScape has done it. So over the course of a year, they will post several community polls, and they will let the community, I think only paying members can vote, which is smart. You have to be a member to vote. So in WoW's case, I guess just if you're playing the game, you're a subscriber, so you automatically have the ability to vote. I think they should maybe make it a little bit I think they should add another layer to that. So, yeah, obviously you're a subscriber, you're playing the game. I think they should... They could do this in one of two ways. They could separate the Classic and Retail subscription and say, okay, look, if you are subscribed to Classic, you can vote. Or they could leave it the same, which I think is probably the best option. Leave the subscription bundled. If you're paying for World of Warcraft, that means you get to play World of Warcraft in whatever way you want. But I think they should further limit it and say, look, you have to have at least a level 60 in any version of Classic. So whether that's on Classic era servers or Wrath or whatever, you have to have at least a level 60 to be able to vote in those community polls. That's what I would like to see, because it would prevent... Sorry, I'm getting something on my phone here. It would prevent, retail people from just voting and kind of, poisoning the well, for lack of a better term. And that would happen. Of course that would happen. Oh my gosh, I know my dogs are barking. Why are you guys barking? Hold on, I'm gonna pause this just for a second. Okay, sorry about that. I got crazy for a second. My dog's barking and my phone's going off and all kinds of stuff. So yeah, anyway, sorry, I got distracted. Yeah, I think they should, you would get retail Andes trolling. And yeah, classic Andes are gonna do the same thing. They're gonna troll. But it would probably mitigate, at least people playing classic, have some skin in the game. Versus people, voting just to spite, classic. Anyway, that's my prediction. I think they're going to announce Blizzard's version of Classic Plus. I think they're going to take the game in a new direction. I think they'll probably start it. As much as I would like for them to start... I'm not sure. I was going to say, as much as I would like for them to start it out from vanilla moving onward, so not going to the Burning Crusade, just stay in Azeroth and build out, you know, new stories, new quests, new dungeons, new raids here. I think they'll probably take it from Wrath onward. And it makes sense. Because, you know, Kata is the point where a lot of people think that WoW really did start to decline, gameplay wise. I think in some ways, I think you started to see that decline in TBC. And further in Wrath. I'm not saying either one is a bad expansion by any means. I love both of those expansions a lot, especially Wrath of the Lich King. The leveling experience in Wrath is probably my favorite, just to be honest. Let's see. Be careful, everyone. A level 22 hunter is training a black dragon spawn elite into Elwyn, headed toward Goldshire. I just passed him on the road to Lakeshire. Oof. Well, good luck, whoever is over there. Goldshire, I guess. Alright. Well, I've done a lot of rambling here, and... Okay, my Arbalism is 31. We're getting somewhere. I was thinking it'd be like 20. I've been spending all my time talking and not actually focusing on getting herbs. But we have gotten some. Hopefully we're not competing with either of those guys for herbs. I don't think we are, but that's a possibility. Take a screenshot really quickly. Might be a decent place for a screenshot. What up on top of this little here? Ooh, with that logging. Building in the back. We'll do a wave. Nice. Alright. Onward. But yeah, I know these aren't the most exciting episodes. This one and the last one, I'm just kind of running around, ranting, doing little profession stuff. Lesson learned, you know, I should have been doing all of the stuff as I went, and I wouldn't be having to make these types of videos. But, you know, I mean, I'm still having fun. And if you've gotten this far in the video, I don't know, maybe you're just along for the ride. But yeah, if I can just get a couple more herbs, I think I'll be set to go back to Redridge. I won't be all the way caught up, but I'll be in a position where I won't feel quite so bad. I need to actually look up a guide to see what, like, typically when do you leave Elwyn? Like, it probably, if I'm gonna be honest with you, it probably is that 75 level. There's Peace Bloom, Silver Leaf, and what's the other one? Earthroot. There's a lot of that in this area, and there's more than enough to get us to 75. I just don't want to. I don't want to do that. I want to keep leveling. I was making pretty good progress. And across the river is Duskwood. Get a little closer, you should see it start to get dark over there. Or does it not? Do we have to cross over the river before it starts getting dark? Let's take a look. Hopefully we don't regret doing this. Oh, we're just not far enough in. It's only a level 19, but still. I don't want to fight that thing right now. Alright, let's get focused, I suppose. See if this Earthroot is up here. Probably not. Doesn't look like it. And I think we're just gonna ignore this wolf. The Prowler, who cares? Level 10. There's some Peace Bloom down here. Ooh, recycled hero, the mage, has died at level 8 in Dunmorrow. Rest in peace, dude. Alright. Herbalism is now at 32. Doing okay. Definitely better than level 1. We will swing up through here. And there's something over here. Peace Bloom. Omega Trash, the Hunter. I didn't see what level he died. I think it said level 8, but maybe not. I don't know, but rest in peace, dude. Two heals. I will say, if there's any zone that I have to spend more time than expected in, it would be Elwyn Forest. It's a very nice zone. It's good music. I love these green zones. This is what I was saying, by the way. So you see how it starts to get kind of dark as you peer over into Duskwood. That might be a good... It's a pretty solid picture, I think. Or maybe like right here. Yeah, that's nice. Do... Alright, onward to get a few more herbs. The griefing is going to be hilarious on official hardcore servers. You know it's gonna happen, but I feel like that is more acceptable than doing it on just a regular hardcore server where not everybody is abiding by the same rule set. You know, I still hate to see it happen, and I definitely wouldn't want it to happen to me, and I probably wouldn't do it myself. You know, especially not one of those things where it's like you run into a dungeon and intentionally wipe, but you hearth out. Like, that's pretty lame. I wouldn't do something like that. The compilations are hilarious, especially if the other people kind of deserve it. You know, and it's kind of a morally gray area at that point, but generally speaking, I think that's pretty lame. But, you know, the stakes are a lot higher on an official hardcore server where, you know, if you die, you die. That's it. You're not coming back. It'll be interesting to see how all of that plays out. Alright, we need some herbs, man. Where are they? One up here. Yeah, molten core music. It's so weird. It does that when you run to Jared's Landing. It's literally just Defias. It's not that big of a deal. And then right back to the regular music. Testy Ted the Warlock has died at level 6, and Dunmorrow, rest in peace. Rest in peace. Alright, got some Peace Bloom. Here's some more Peace Bloom over here. So I would like to do a quick /who. And we'll do, I don't know, level 10. 50 plus people. How about level 12? 39 people. Okay, I think the population might be going down a bit. It isn't inherently a bad thing. Like I said in a couple videos prior to this one, I think a lot of people are, let's do Stormwind 60. /who Stormwind 60. Alright, so there's 7 people. Let's do Iron Forge. There's 13 people. That makes sense. Iron Forge is the kind of the better spot to hang out. Yeah, I think a lot of people have probably just kind of said, look, you know, official hardcore servers are coming out soon, and you know, I'm just gonna kind of hold off. Totally get it, totally understand it. You know, I mean, full disclosure, if I got this character to like level 40 or 50, something like that, and then I die, I would probably say the same thing. I would probably say, look, dudes, I'm just going to wait for hardcore to come out, and I'm just going to play, you know, classic WoW. I'll level something else. You know, I don't blame people for doing that. You know, I do think, though, that Blizzard was too slow to announce it. You know, it's kind of in a weird spot because they're going to have to... It's kind of a catch-22. They need to keep the momentum and the hype, but it's hard to keep people playing this server when everyone knows this isn't the official server. There's going to be one coming out relatively soon. So, yeah, it's just kind of hard. And maybe I'm being too pessimistic there, but you know, for me, it doesn't really matter. You know, I'm going to play it and I'm going to enjoy it whenever it comes out. Whether it was coming out next year, I'd still play it. I think Blizzard should try to get it out sooner, though. You know, they said a pretty vague, they said like later this summer. You know, what does that mean? Does that mean by the end of June? Or does that mean the end of August? You know? Which one is it? I bet it's... I know I said this in another video, and I can't remember what I said it would be, or what I had predicted it would be. But just the more I've thought about it, I just, you know, thinking about it right now, you know, within the first 2 weeks of July, it needs to come out. And that, you know, that's right around the corner. That gives them time to release Diablo 4 and enjoy the success that will be the Diablo 4 launch. Now, the launch itself from a technical standpoint is probably going to be a disaster. We are talking about Blizzard here. The launches of all of their games are notoriously bad. For instance, Dragonflight, most recent example. It launched, and you couldn't get to the new continent. You were just stuck. Couldn't get to the Dragon Isles. You were stuck on you were stuck in Orgrimmar or Stormwind trying to get on the boat or the Zeppelin or whatever. That went on for hours and hours. Eventually, Blizzard added a portal into the game where you could skip the Zeppelin or the boat and just take a, you know, teleport directly there. Diablo 3 launch. Unmitigated disaster. Classic 2019 disaster, but in a different way. There was so much hype for Classic WoW. The queues were insane. I remember setting up like remote desktop. It wasn't remote desktop though, it was like Chrome remote desktop or something. It wasn't actual remote desktop. But anyway, I remember setting that up, and I would try to time it to where, you know, I would still be at work and sign myself in and sit in the queue. Several hours later, when I would get home, I would still be in queue. I think the day that Classic came out, I got to play it. You know, I'd work the next day. I think by the time I got logged in, I got to play it for like 10 minutes, and I was like, you know what? It's too late. Dog is barking yet again. Don't know why. And we're sitting at 54 minutes right now anyway, so I think I'll probably call it here, and then in the next episode, we will pick up whatever herbs we can get on the way to Redridge, and then we'll get back to business, get back to leveling. We are very, very close to 21. Pretty exciting. So yeah. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you are enjoying the content, consider liking, consider subscribing. We are sitting at 47 subscribers right now. Pretty cool. But I would like to get to 50, which is going to be the halfway point for my 100 subscriber goal. So yeah. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.